Okay, so I guess this look is like the glazed look that has been out in the makeup magazines and stuff, where they say some of the trends that are trending. Not that I personally follow trends myself, but in case you wanted to, I thought I'll throw this together to do a bit of mix and match with makeup. So I've got some drugstore, some cheap options, and I've got some expensive options. I think the only thing that's expensive here, though, out of everything I've got, would be the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow. But it lasts for ages. And if it dries out, I sometimes just wet one of my brushes with some water and then go into it. It's fine and it works. Okay, so I'm just gonna quickly put some moisturiser on. How is everybody? I hope you're all doing well, whatever you're watching from. And then just gonna wait for that to like dry down. Try not to slap yourself in the face. You can have those like handheld dryer things, but personally I think they're a waste of money. You have to replace the batteries for those things every now and again. Meh, I don't know. You might like them. You might like that little gadget. I don't know. I don't have one, but I see them. It's something personally not for me, but it might be great for you. But I just do this. And then you get like a little, you know, bicep arm workout. There you go, done. Okay, so these are some of the products I'll be using. So I've got Q&A Zinc PCA. It's a moisturiser. This one's a really, really nice one. I love this one. Using it often. The foundation I'm going to be using for this look is going to be the Maybelline Superstay. It's a 24-hour skin tint, and I've got shade 05.5, which if you guys have followed me for ages, you will know that this is one and the shade that I go for. I'm going to use the e.l.f. powder blush, and this one is it's the Primer Infused Matte Blush based matte, always crushing, and this is a really nice shade. I'll just show you it now. It's just a really nice matte blush. It's just a really pretty one. It doesn't have any sparkles. It may look like it has sparkles in it coming off from the camera, but these are really, really nice, and they're really affordable. Everything I'm showing you I will link down below. And brows, I'm going back in with Anastasia Dip Brow. Looks like this, and I've got shade dark brown to show what it looks like. My one looks a bit grubby. It is fine. I just use it often. Like, you don't really get much in a pot. They don't fill it all the way to the bottom. It's like from this line here, if you haven't bought it before. It is really good though. It has really good staying power, and if you have really thin sparse brows like me, it's a good one to go and get. And next I'm going to be using, also for my brows, I like finishing off with some little brow hairs. So I use the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Pen, and I have shade Espresso. And it has a really nice fine tip, as you can see. And also this has good staying power too. What I think I don't like about it is the lid. It's all one thin, long plastic tube. So if you struggle with opening things, or you need to get some grip, get a cloth or something, or rubber glove to put it off because it's a bit slippery. I would love them to have like the lid with a bit of rubber or something around the hair, or have a rubber lid so it's easier to grab on. And then for lips, I might line them, I haven't decided yet. I'm going to go in with the lip oil, and this one is my favourite one I'm using at the moment. I do have another one in my collection, but I love this one. I'll just turn it over anyway, but I don't think you can see the writing, but it does actually say this one is called Jam Sessions, and I do really like this one. You'll see it as I put it on my lips. It's just a really nice, comfortable lip oil, and also affordable. From e.l.f., I'm probably just going to go in with my e.l.f. lash. How do you say this? Extender? I can't say it. But I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. lash mascara. This one's a really nice one. No clumping, staying power's amazing, no smudging, no panda eyes. Just gotta take some off the edge. And this is what it looks like. It's just nice bristles. It's plastic bristles. And this is what the wand looks like. Gives good length, has good bristles, it's also affordable. And there you go, there are the products I'm going to be using for today. I think that's it anyway. If I go to add anything else, I'll let you guys know. Maybe a bit of eyeshadow, not sure yet. And now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Superstay. And for this, you can do fingers, but I actually quite like now going in with a flat brush. I'm going to use this one. It's a one I think I got from Aldi's. Myomare is the brand. Is that Lidl's? Is that Aldi's? So let's just put some of this on. I never use the squeezy pump. I'm just going to do it with my brush. I always do it this way. like that. And I just take a little bit on the brush. I always start with a little bit. I feel like, you know, because then you can just build up as you go. Literally haven't done my brows or anything. I'm just gonna start on the areas where I'm red. Like I always do, like my first bits I do is like around the nose areas. The only thing about this, it's got alcohol in it. So when you go to put it on, I can smell it. The only thing about it I don't like. And sometimes alcohol in the skin can like dry out your skin. But I feel like with this moisturiser I've put on, it sort of helps lock in the moisture. And I don't really find that it does dry out my skin. And I have oily combination skin, so that's probably why this one kind of works for me. So if you're like an oily, like T-zone kind of, this will be good for you. I'm just pushing it down. I'm not like dragging it. So, because if you do that, you're just going to get loads of like brush marks. You can go in with a sponge of this. But I find, oh, and then I like to take a little bit along my eyelids. I haven't done a primer. I don't, at the moment, I don't have a primer that really works with this one. And sometimes I just don't do primer. Sometimes I feel like if you have just a good moisturiser, it acts just like a primer sometimes. And sometimes if you do moisturiser and then a primer and then foundation, that's 3 things you've got on your face. It's just lots of layers, and sometimes they're just gonna peel and just not go well together. But there are some that obviously work well with each other. But for this makeup tutorial, I'm just not gonna put a primer on because these guys act like a primer and it just works. So why change it? And that's it. I haven't put like it all over my face. I've got like a bit here in the chin I could add a little bit to, so I'll just go and take a little bit on my brush, but like hardly anything. And then I'll just do some little dots here and then just blend it. Like that. And then anything else left, I'll do up in the ear, and I'll brush it down in the neck. And just make sure we're all good. The brows. And that's that. And whilst that's settling down, I then will go on and do my very, very small, ow, elbow, very, very small sparse brows. They're very, very thin. But I have been using, where is it? In my goodie makeup drawer. I have been using this. I think I mentioned it on my other videos. It's called Rapid Brow. It looks like this. I'm not going to put it on now, but you can put it on in the morning, at night. And it has been giving me, so I've got like a hair. It has been giving me like more brow hairs. I don't know if you can see. More hairs here for sure. And some near the front, but not as many as I like yet. But it is actually working and giving me some more brow hairs here, which is cool. Would I buy it again? Yes I would. Once it's in the sale, because it's kind of expensive. I'll link down below how much I paid for it at the time. I want to say it was over £25. It's quite expensive, but the bottle itself and the mixture inside has lasted quite a while, so that is good. And then dirty brush, I'll put in my dirty brush pot, so then I know it's dirty, and then I go clean it later. Sometimes, if I remember. Okay, and then next with my Anastasia Beverly Hills, let's clean off my little brushes. Just Wet n Wild brush, has like an angle. And then I'll just go in and do my brows. And just dip a little bit in, like at the edge. I sort of do both sides and the edge of it. And then I'll just mark on my nose where I want to put it, how far I think it should come to. So a little dot there, and then a little dot there. And I'm not going to bore you by doing my brows now on camera. I just want to show you, so that is just with the dip brow so far, what it can do and what it looks like from thin sparse brows to look like I've got some brows. And then I like to go in with a little spoolie. This is an old little spoolie from a NYX brush, NYX Micro brow pen, which has run out. It's one of those twisty ones, which I find really quite annoying, and they snap off really easy, and sometimes the twister doesn't push it up and they just get broken. So annoying. But anyway, here's the brush, and I just like brushing through after I put the ABH dip brow on. Just brush my hairs up of what I do have. and work with what I got. And then if I think I put too much product on in an area, I would just like rub it out. And it just takes only like chunky bits out. And I like that I clean it later, and then you can just like, it has a little lid. I think that's why I like it, because some spoolies, they don't come with lids, they're just like left in the open, and sometimes the brushes can bend and break when you go traveling. So that's why I've kept this one. So if you have one like that, I advise keep it, because it's actually kind of handy for that reason. And then next I'm just going to go and do my brows with my NYX. Give it a shake, rattle and roll. I did it that time. So if it's sort of wiggle, pull and twist. But I just find it so slimy, like if you have hot like hands, or if you've just been putting moisturiser on, it's really hard to get the lid off. NYX, please do like rubber cap tip. Thank you. And then we'll just do some little brow like strokes. And then also sometimes what I like to do, I like to lock my eyebrows into place with a little bit of powder. From my very used eyebrow. You guys know, that follow me, what use this like all the time. I'm going to keep using it until I use it all up. You can see if I hit pan in the wax bit, in the light brown bit, I kind of use that one more, and then the darker bit. And I do use the little brush that comes with it, and I don't really use tweezers, but they're really handy for travel. And if you get like, I don't know, a splinter or something stuck, then you've got little mini tweezers that you can take with you. Which means like all, it's just really good. It's like travel size. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go in a bit of the wax, and if it gets dirty, just clean it with like a wet wipe. That's what I do. And just put a bit of powder. I just feel like it locks it all into place more. It's really, if you hear any random noises, it's my son. He's currently doing water play just over there. I can see him. So my bathroom's just, yeah. Anyway, he's not in the bath. He's doing it in a little like container. And he's got his wetsuit on. As you do. Because otherwise it's just a big wet mess. Okay, so next we'll do elf blush that we mentioned before. And I was going to take an angled brush for this. I really like doing blush now with an angled brush. But you can do it with... my gosh. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry. But you could do the blush. Your blush. You could put your blush on. My gosh. With a brush like this. It doesn't have to be angled like this one. But it just... that angle of it, I guess, just helps to feel like... to help you where you want to put it on. I know where I want to go. I want to go like here. Where I smile. But I don't always rely like smile and then put it on, because when I don't smile, it comes down a bit, but not really loads. Just like do it, I can feel the hardness here of my cheekbone, so I go to aim in this area. It depends where you want your blush placement to be honest, and it also does depend on the shape of your face. So I'm just going to take a little bit and just dab a little bit in, and then I just start really lightly, because you can build this up. There's nothing worse putting too much on with a heavy hand and then having to like try and take it out. Or brush it off with another clean brush, which is another good tip you can do. So let's just dab it on. See, not much. I'll just dab it on again. And I like waiting for my foundation to dry down before I do my blush. And there we go. And then sometimes I do take excess along the nose bit here, a little bit on top there. And then we'll just do here. And sometimes I do like to take it up and over near this side. I'll just tap it in and then sort of circle motions up, like I'm pulling it up sort of thing. It's just become like second nature, like habit of how I do it now, that way. But you can do it any way you guys want. And the next, lips. I'm just going to hydrate my lips. At the moment, I can't actually find my lip still that I have been using. So I'm just going to whack on. So I'm just going to put a little bit of sheer butter. It looks like this. You can pick it up off Amazon. It lasts for ages. Look how much I've got. I've got so much, like, I don't know, I'm like that. Lasts for ages. It's quite thick, so you have to like, I massage it in the back of my hand, use it a bit on my hands, and then you put it in my lips. Just a little bit. Like that. And then I can use it on my hands. I love products that have more than one use, because then you're not having to buy lots of different products all the time, and it's just going to save you money. It's also great to put like on your knees. You've got dry knees, legs, your feet, lips. It's shimmer. I love shimmer. It's great. I'm gonna let that sort of sit for a little bit, and then I'll go in with a lipstick or with my elf oil, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'll whack this on. Bit of jam sessions, looks like this. It's very nice. I just dab it and then go on, like so. I like to do the little points of my cupid's bow with it. Now, as I said before, if you want to, you can go ahead and line your lips. Today, I'm not going to line my lips. And now we're almost done. We've got mascara left to do. But I want to make that shine come through a bit more. We are getting it already, though, with the foundation we use. But then if you want to go a bit further to even look more glazed on your face, e.l.f. Halo Glow. But go with any sort of like glowy product you've got. You'd even use a powder, as long as it's not too shimmery. And I'm just going to go in with a little bit of this. I like to take it off. I'm just going to go dot, dot, and maybe a bit there, dot. That's all I'm going to do. Could have actually used a brush, but I was like hardly touching my skin. So I don't think much like of anything transfers into the bottom. So don't worry, guys. For this, I'm actually just going to go back in with my flat brush that we use for the foundation. And I'm just going to see, so this is like before. And you can see if I just go up in like a line, the glow and the shine that it creates. And I like putting it on top of the blush. So then it looks like the blush is coming from like within. You know that saying? It looks like it's coming from within. It's all coming from within. It's like, wow, quite clearly it's not. You could probably tell I'm wearing makeup, guys. But I get why they say it and why they do it, because it's like advertising. And then anything left over, put a bit of glow up here near the brow bone. And we're coming to do the nose in a minute. And then come up here, just to make the cheekbones look a bit more shiny, glazed looking. Any excess along the brow bone, to make the brow bone area pop a bit more. And then we're going to do the nose. So nose, I'll pat down here and then take it up and do sort of like a line. It's going up the bridge of the nose, and then I'll swap over and just pat it down flat, and then take it up here and just do like a little line here, line here, line here. But there's no line, you can't see a line. I'm just literally tapping the excess off that's on the brush. But you could also go in and do this step with a sponge if you wanted to, but I feel like the sponge, I don't do the sponge because I feel like the sponge is going to suck the makeup off my face. So that's why I like going back in with the brush we've already used, just to blend everything out. Let's go in with Undergrowth because it's a new palette to me and you guys, I guess, if you just pick this one up. And what colour? I'm literally just going to go in, I think, with this brown shade, which is called Roots. I'm just going to go in with that across the eyelid. And let's go in with Roots. So Roots is just like, this looks like a nice brown to me. Let's put it on over what we've just done. Actually, I'm just going to put a teeny weeny little bit of eyeshadow primer on. And I'm just going to put a teeny weeny little bit on with my little ring finger. If it wants to come out. Ugh. Okay, that's like separated. It's come out like clear. It's not meant to be clear. Go put the lid on and give it a shake. Is this out of date? How long can you keep primers for? Need to look that part. Let's give it a shake and see if that makes a difference. Flip over and do it again. Should be coming out like a sort of almost like skin-like colour. Just needed to shake it a bit, I think. Put a bit there, a bit there. You can see there I'm putting like hardly anything on. Just wait for it to dry down, wait for it to go tacky. You will know because your finger will go to start to stick to your eyelids when you go to move it away. That's the tacky feeling you want, and then you're good to go in. So again, going back in with Roots. I'm just going to concentrate it in the socket area and just brush it through. Just want a nice little bit of brown in that area, I think, today. And that's what it looks like so far. Very, very subtle. I might deepen it up in a minute, or I might put a shimmer on. What shimmer should we do? And then just brush it through again. but you could just use this palette. It's got some really nice this palette has some really nice usable colours for like every day. Like you don't have to go in with all the greens. You can just, that's what I like. They've got some nice browns in here you can go into. But obviously if you're buying this palette, you're not really buying it for that. You're buying it for the greens, aren't you? And the shimmer shades. There we go. Which is that one. I would say it's like a rusty orange. And I want to put it underneath her. Just like that. I'll smudge it out a bit. And sort of going upwards. It looks kind of cool. And then for the lid, I'm probably going to go in with a little shimmer. Let's go in with Undergrowth hair. It looks so pretty. So let's do that one. That's what we're going to be putting on. It's very pretty. And I'm just going to go, whoa! She is pigmented. I don't think we need a lot. I'm just dabbing it on. I'm not sure how much fallout I'm going to get with this shade. We shall see throughout the day. I might need to clean up with that edge. I'm just tapping it on though. I might need to clean up here. That's because of my finger though. It reminds me of like Christmas. I'm just tapping it on. Going in the inner corner a little bit. Okay, so I wasn't actually thinking I was going to go in with this palette today, but next time if I do, I'm probably going to do foundation later because I had to do a bit of cleanup, but still looks good. With my pointy brush for the inner corners, and then for inner corner one, I want to take Fireflies. Fireflies is this one, and she sort of goes from like then a gold. It's like a pinky, it's like a green to like a pink and then a gold. It's just, yeah, it's a really nice one. Yeah, woof. And then that's what that shade looks like. See, this really catches the light really nicely. That's Fireflies. The names in this palette are amazing. Some of them really funny. One of my subscribers said Sludge. It's quite a funny one. Hello, I'm back, and yeah, my son decided to throw this on me to go with the look. This is the finished look. So sparkly, that shade. It's gorgeous, and I really like putting the orange underneath and the Fireflies in the middle for this look. I'm really happy with how it came out. And for the skin, I feel like my skin's looking glazed. I feel like I have accomplished that look with the products that we used today. He wanted it back. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, and also comment down below if you think this eye look good, or what other eye looks do you want me to do for you guys, any other palette you want me to mention or do some looks with. Just let me know down below, and I'll see you next time in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and see you in the next one. Bye.